Join me in welcoming Eagle Scout Skyler. Skyler, I'm going to offer this lapel pin and certificate in honor of your recognition, and we look forward to your comments. Thank you. Skyler.
Hello everybody. Scouting is a legacy in my family. My dad got his Eagle 1 week before his 18th birthday. He planted 350 trees for the Washington Forest Service, which is pretty cool, but I'm competitive. I did not want to let my dad show me up. I had to go big. I not only wanted my project to be bigger and better, but I also wanted to beat his timing. It was not easy to beat my dad in this competition. I had some major challenges. First of all, I had to report to Mark Capel. Some of you may know what I mean. I think he wanted to make sure that no 14-year-old achieved their Eagle without proving themselves. Over an entire year, we submitted to Mr. Capel at least 5 times. He made it really tough. But the project went exceedingly well because of the planning he required of me. He made me grow and ensured that my grandiose project would succeed, and I thank him for that. I also want to thank my Scoutmaster, Jason Sessions. It was because of him that I started to attack merit badges as an 11-year-old. He pushed me, he encouraged me, and he never gave up on me. I gave him the mentor pin in my Eagle Court of Honor. It was then that I noticed that it was his 3rd. I realized then that my path had just begun. For the project, I collected and delivered needed items for an orphanage in Costa Rica called Hogar de Vida. I have not had a lot of experiences with orphanages, but this one seemed extra special. The owner set up the orphanage in families. There are 4 homes, and each home is run like a family. In my church, we believe that the family is the center of God's plan. So I love that someone would see the importance of the family and give it to those small children. One of the hardest parts of the project was packing the items into bags. 2 things made it tricky. First, each bag could only weigh 50 pounds, or would require a budget-breaking fee to go on the airplane. Second, we knew that we had to have everything just right so that the items would not have set off a search at customs. We weighed and switched and weighed and switched over and over again. Just when we thought we had it, someone would drop something else off for the donation because they'd heard about what I was doing and wanted to be part of it. At the airport, everything weighed perfectly, except for the microwaves. They weighed 1.5 pounds too heavy. They were in their boxes and taped together. We had put a bag over them. The airline attendant would not let it slide. So after hemming and hawing for a little bit, we decided to take the bag off, and it weighed, again, perfectly. We had said a prayer that everything would work out at customs, and it did. The owner of the orphanage was surprised that we had no snags through this whole process. When we got to the orphanage, they asked us to unload their bags. Our bags. We packed their wagon full of stuff. It was an amazing sight. We had piles of towels, sheets, kitchen utensils, rice cookers, baby toys, clothes, and so much more. It felt good to see the faces of the people who worked there peek in with surprise on their faces, saying, "Wow." Come to find out, it was one of the largest donations of items they had ever received. One of the coolest parts was buying all the kids pizza and soda. They were so happy, like it was Christmas. We got to play soccer with all the kids as well. It was amazing. One of the boys at the orphanage was named Axel. You may have seen a picture of me and him out on the screens. He and his sister had been taken away from their mother. They were told that it is not likely that she'll ever get them back. Axel was super excited that we were there. He schooled me in soccer even though I'm twice his size. He was so happy that we bought all the kids pizza and soda that he shouted hooray and gave me a big hug. We really hit it off. When it was time for us to leave, Axel came over to me and gave me a toy, a little action figure thing. This was one of the few toys he had. I was nervous to even take it. Later, the administrator told me that she was very touched by this gesture. Axel had asked for permission to give the toy away. They were surprised. Because of Axel's history, he was not one to share. They said he clung to the few things he had. But that is what scouting does. It changes people. It helps us learn to share. It teaches us life skills like first aid and communication. It gives us charity. Every eagle in this room has done a project that made a difference in the world, from providing a comfortable seat to someone, to planting a forest, to collecting coats for children. All of them changed us. I challenge every one of you, Eagle Scouts, to find a young man without an Eagle badge and help him get there. You see, the only reason scouting is a legacy in my family is because my dad's best friends dragged him out of the house and helped him to finish his merit badges. I would ask you to find the boy. Don't give up on him. Let scouting change him and let him change others. Thank you.